Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and the Murder Castle Nathria expansion launches today, and I wanted to give you guys one deck from each class that you can try out today that looks pretty promising, but I will say right out the gate, don't craft anything, just open some packs, whatever you got, and see what decks you can make, because nobody knows what's going to be good. It's going to take some time, so again, play these at your own risk. I highly recommend not crafting anything, but if you're looking to get some cards, you know what a good way to get cards is? By entering our giveaway that I'm extending by 1 day, 3 rewards tracks out of my pocket. All you have to do is like and comment in the video description below, subscribe to the channel, and I extend it by 1 day because we are so close to 56K, and if we hit 56,000 subscribers, I will add 1 more rewards track to the giveaway, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. So yes, Murder Castle Nathria will go live today at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I will be streaming it over twitch.tv/Zeddy. We're gonna play Standard, Wild. I got both Legend climbs to do. We'll try out Arena, we'll try out Duels, we'll have a lot of fun. So come on, hang out over at the Twitch stream. Should be on for a large part of the day. But if you do miss out on that, we'll have our day 1 review of everything tomorrow, where we'll go over what's busted, if the game's working, all of that. But yeah, we're gonna go over 10 decks, 1 for each class that you can try out today. These are all taken from Vicious Syndicate. They put out an article of 30 decks you could try. I narrowed it down to 1 to each class, but check out their article. They do really good work, and there might be other decks you might be able to build based on cards you have. So check out their article, but let's highlight the 10 decks that I thought were the most interesting. First, we have Relic Fell Demon Hunter. This is a combination of the tried, tested, and true Fell Demon Hunter, but with the Relic package. So you have Artificer Zmox, the whole like Relic payoff card where it casts relics if it's infused, but you have all 3 relics, which are Relic of Extinction, Relic of Phantasm, and Relic of Dimensions. It gives you card draw, gives you board presence and removal, and you also have the location Relic Vault to kind of amp everything up. No idea if this deck will be any good, but it will be certainly interesting to try out. And by the way, I will be probably trying out all of these decks on my stream. I plan on trying out every one that we're highlighting here today, so it should be quite the fiesta. But overall, looks pretty fun. You get to cast relics, you get to recast Fell spells, and that's gotta be good, right? Well, we'll see how it plays out. Next, we have the deck that looks very terrifying to me, Renathol, Denathrius Alignment Druid. This is basically the current Alignment Druid with some more busted cards in there, like Convoke the Spirits, a puzzle box for Druid, as well as Sire Denathrius, which is just absolutely ridiculous with your Scales of Onyxia. But you also have one of the best new cards for Druid, Widowbloom Seedsman, which is like wild growth and like a card draw thing all in one for 4 mana. This deck looks scary, but it might get smoked down as the curve is rather high in it. But yeah, look out for this one. It's going to be rather terrifying. Next, we have Wildseed Beast Hunter, another Renathol archetype, so 40 health, but you have the Wildseed package in here with Wild Spirits, Spirit Poacher, as well as the legendary minion Erewhon. You get those dormant beasts going, and then you have the traditional just big beast package with your Mountain Bears, your King Crush, Hydralodon, but also has a new legendary Huntsman Altimore. But if you look at the dust total of this deck, 19,000. So please, unless you have all these cards, probably stay away from this. I will be wailing it out playing this thing, but my god, this is one expensive deck. Next, we have Skeleton Ping Mage. This will combine the hero power archetype with Mordresh and Wildfire and all that with the new skeleton stuff. So you have Cold Case, which gets you skeletons on the board, Deathborn, you can copy it up with Savara, and then you have your payoff of Kel'Thuzad. There's no brand Kael'thas combo in this deck, which is something you might want to consider, but overall, this looks like a pretty sweet hybrid of hero power mage and skeleton mage. Next, we have Pure Holy Paladin. It's basically the Holy Paladin we've known for a while with a bunch of new cards that make it only Paladin cards, with the payoff being the Countess, which gives you legendary invitations, which allow you to get 0 mana legendaries, and you also have the Elita Snob, basically Ziliax, but 2 of them, which is just ridiculous, but a really cool new spell, Divine Toll, which if you have any minion on the board and your opponent has nothing, is basically Pyroblast on a minion. Looks like a very interesting deck, has a pretty good curve, and has some pretty good late game payoff. This one might be pretty solid. Next, we have a deck that's basically already a good deck. It's already kind of been figured out as a good deck, and that is Naga Priest. You have Pelagos, Partner in Crime, and the new location, Cathedral of Atonement, is basically your only new card. But but they're all absolutely incredible. They all do what you want to do, where you just get a ridiculous amount of stats on the board, buff things up, whether it's with Pelagos, with your Serpent Wing, your Bless, and just kill your opponent. This deck, I think, has a very solid chance of being really good out the gate, and yeah, look out for this one. It's going to be hard to kill these minions once they get on board. Next, we have a combination of like kind of a Thief Rogue and a Secret Rogue. It's got the Secret Rogue package, so you have all the new secrets, you have Private Eye, you have Ghastly Gravedigger, which like shuffles a card back into your opponent's deck, but you even have in here Necrolord Draco is in here just for tempo. You play 2, 3, 4 cards, you're just getting a really good weapon. It doesn't even matter. You don't have to go all in on this combo. Still have your late game with your Scabs, your Mr. Smite, Krakatoa. Overall, just looks like a pretty safe deck. It's pretty good to me, and definitely will be one that'll be pretty fun to play. We have Evolve Shaman, as Evolve is really being pushed this expansion, and you're still going to be going with Snowfall Guardian and Brilliant Macabre because it's so broken, but you have some new cards in here like the Crud Caretaker, which spawns a 3/5 with Taunt. You can evolve the one with particular with the Muck Pulse, a new location, which you just target whatever you want to evolve. You have Convincing Disguise, which Infuse is an even better evolve, but overall you're just trying to fight, win the board. You can evolve your Tiny Toys or your Goldshire Knoll and just get extremely good damage output from your Brucana the Elements. Another deck that looks pretty darn solid to me. Next, we have a deck that I think is going to be the strongest day one, and that is Imp Warlock. The Imp Warlock got such incredible cards, with the standouts being Impending Catastrophe, 2 mana, possibly draw 8 if you have a full board of imps, as well as Vile Library, which just gives an insane quick board buff to anything. Like just play Fiendish Circle, play your Vile Library, you have like a 6/6 on the board immediately, and you also have Mischievous Imp to get even more board presence, and of course your big payoff card of Imp King Reform, which buffs the imps on the board if it's been infused, as well as just spawn more. This deck is going to be hard to deal with its early stats and is really going to punish people who are trying new and fun things. And lastly, we have the hardest class to build for right now. Vicious Syndicate had one list for Warrior, and that's in Rage Warrior. Builds on the new location, Sanguine Depths. There's a lot of good new cards like Anima Extractor, Crazed Wretch, as well as the new legendary Decimator Olgra. Like, it's a pretty solid, it looks like it has a shot. Like, you get an early board, you get buffing things with Imbued Axe, infused or not, it's going to be hard to answer. Look out for this deck. It might not be that bad, and if you're looking to play some Temple Warrior, Enraged Warrior might be for you. So there's 10 decks you can try out on day one. Again, don't craft anything unless you really want to. Just see what you get, see what decks you can kind of put together. You can always substitute things in and out. Nothing is set day one. We'll have a follow-up video in a couple days of more refined decks. That video will also contain wild decks. This video doesn't, but I will shout out Martian Boo. He'll likely have a video on decks to try out. Also Slizzle466. There's some good wild content creators you could check out there and give them a shot. See if they have some wild decks for you to try day one. But again, I'll have standard and wild decks in a couple of days once things get a bit more refined. Just wanted to give you guys something at least to try on day one. So hopefully you have some success, have some fun, and hopefully, you know, the expansion doesn't break literally everything like it tends to do. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.